Hello, and thank you for tuning in to our Secondary English and Language Arts PARCC Test Design and Scoring mini webinar series. This webinar focuses on the PARCC High-Level Assessment Blueprints. Before we jump into the blueprints, however, let's take a step back and review the purpose of the PARCC assessments so we can better frame the content of today's webinar. The primary purpose of PARCC's grade-level tests is to measure students' progress towards college and career readiness. By taking the PARCC ELA literacy test, PARCC makes a master claim about the degree to which each student is on track for college and career readiness by the time he or she exits high school. For ELA and literacy, PARCC determines whether students are on track for college and career readiness by looking at two areas: reading complex texts and writing. These are called major claims. PARCC provides a major claim regarding the degree to which students are able to read and comprehend a range of sufficiently complex texts independently, which is the reading master claim, and write effectively when using and analyzing complex texts, which is the writing master claim. PARCC goes one step further and also has 3 subclaims under reading and 2 subclaims under writing. You can see on this graphic how the ELA and Literacy PARCC designs items to elicit information about students' current level of achievement in 5 areas: reading literary texts, reading informational texts, vocabulary, written expression, and knowledge and use of language conventions. These are PARCC's 5 subclaims. Okay, now that we have reviewed PARCC's master claim, whether students are on track for college and career readiness, major claims, reading and writing, and subclaims, literary texts, informational texts, vocab, written expression, and language usage, we are ready to take a look at the high-level assessment blueprints. The high-level assessment blueprints define the total number of tasks and items for each assessment. Here, we're looking at the high-level blueprint for the ELA and Literacy PARCC test for grades 6 through 11. What this document tells us is that there are 3 units on the test: a literary analysis task, a research simulation task, and a narrative writing task. For the literary analysis task, you can see that the students will initially read 2 passages, and they will be asked to respond to questions and prompts that elicit information about the student's current level of achievement with literary texts, vocabulary, written expression, and language usage. Students will also be asked to respond to EBSR questions and TECR questions. The EBSR questions are the evidence-based selected response questions, which are most similar to multiple choice questions. The TECR questions are the technology-enhanced constructed response questions, which students might be asked to highlight or drag and drop their answers to show their understanding. Students also have to respond to PCR questions, which are prose constructed response, or essays. This high-level blueprint shows exactly how many points students will earn in each of the subclaim areas and on each type of question. For example, on this literary analysis task, when it comes to reading the literary text, students will have the opportunity to earn 8 points on the EBSR and TECR questions and another 4 points on their essay. We also know that the vocabulary will only be assessed on the EBSR and TECR questions. Further, students' written expression and language usage will only be assessed through their essay. You'll notice that with each unit, there is also an additional text set in which students read another text and are asked only EBSR and TECR questions. This high-level blueprint provides a nice bird's-eye view of the assessment, how many points can be earned on each unit, and for what subclaim those points can be earned. The points that students earn in each of these areas will determine students' raw scores on the assessment. Because there are various test forms for each unit, and each form has slight differences in difficulty, the raw score is converted into a scale score, which allows for accurate comparison across test forms and administration years. We will learn more about the scale scores in a later webinar. For now, we hope you have a better understanding of the PARCC high-level blueprints and how they provide useful information about the number of points that can be earned on each unit and for what reading or writing subclaim those points can be earned. Please tune in to our next webinar where we will learn more about the PARCC task generation models and how they provide very specific information about each assessment unit and the specific standards that each is designed to measure. Thank you.